back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here, and I'm bringing you another Bodyline reaction. It's been almost 2 weeks since the last one, and we're actually almost done, believe it or not, just a few more episodes of this. Sorry for taking so long between episodes. Just been really busy with the beginning of the school year, man alive. But I'm excited to be able to react to another part. I believe this is part 15, baby. And super excited to see as we get closer and closer to the end of this test to see the repercussions. What will happen to Jardine? We may not know in this episode, but we'll know soon enough. What's going to happen with, Bradman? I know his legacy is going to be great. What's going to happen in this test series, in this Ashes? What's going to happen with the other players? What's going to happen in general is the meaning and the theme of this video and this opening. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you like what you see here, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And if you have missed the other reactions, check them out. They're all on the channel, all other 14 parts, 20 minutes about each time. Thank you once again for watching this, and let's not waste any more time. Let's check out part number 15 of the Bodyline series on the 1930s, early 1930s Ashes between England and Australia. In Australia, here we go.
Tour as being opposed to the spirit of cricket and unnecessarily dangerous to players. We are deeply concerned that the ideals of the game shall be protected.
I always forget exactly what
appoint a
happened during the last
to
one.
report on
Now
action necessary to eliminate such bowling from all cricket in Australia.
Trying to get
from
rid of the byline using
season.
diplomacy.
We'll forward copy of committee's recommendation for your consideration and hope for cooperation in application to all cricket.
Trying to convince England.
We do not consider it necessary to cancel remainder of the programme.
They haven't withdrawn unsportsmanlike.
Not explicitly.
They don't want to cancel the Ashes, but they want England to play ball. England's not really playing ball.
Conciliatory. They've learned their lesson. I'm quite satisfied.
Yes, I agree. Let's say we leave the matter there and get on with it.
Yeah, I love like the music to let us know this is England. These cricket boards are really looked at highly from the way they're depicted in the series. Sit around, drink a bunch of alcohol, really have nothing else to do, but look very fancy in their suits. Oh, plum. He's had it.
Have you seen this? It's the text of the Australian cable. They say, we regard bodyline bowling as being opposed to the spirit of cricket and unnecessarily dangerous to players.
Well,
And they haven't even withdrawn the word unsportsmanlike.
yes, I know.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I've told you, old boy, I wash my hands of it.
While that word remains on the record, this tour cannot continue.
I refuse to listen.
Well, perhaps you'll listen to the team.
I mean, what can this guy do? This guy has got to be so stressed out dealing with Jardine. I mean, he's like that pupil that just drives you nuts.
Painter? I want to see the team in the bar immediately. You all right?
No, he's not all right. I want to see the team immediately. This guy would make a great king or
Sorry to
something.
interrupt. I'd like to see you two in the bar.
Yes, sir.
Aye, right, Skipper.
It's bloody perfect timing as usual.
Excuse us.
Blocker.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong room.
Did he do that just to wake him up? To be a pain? Because of what he wrote in his story? I think so.
I apologize for the hour, but we have reached a point where decisions have to be made. It's not necessary for me to detail the bitterness that our tactics have caused, both on and off the field. Mr. Warner and I hold sharply opposing views, and earlier this evening this led to harsh words. I would like to make it clear that I take full responsibility for the use of leg theory. It is the captain's prerogative to determine tactics, but I believe that the situation now demands that the team should have their say. For my part, I'm sure the tour would be a happier one if we abandoned this approach. But I don't believe that we could win the Ashes. If the team support the use of leg theory, there remains one obstacle. The word unsportsmanlike. I have learned that this accusation, leveled against us all, remains on the record. I do not intend to continue the series unless it is retracted. It is a slur on our honor, our prestige, and our country.
It's gonna get much worse for you, buddy boy.
Others may not think this, and if this is the case, then I shall stand down as captain and withdraw from the team. I shall leave the room if you wish.
Hugo Weaving's such a good actor. I don't say that enough when I'm watching this. He is so good.
I'm a much better bowler than I am speaker. By my reckoning, we owe Skipper a debt.
Don't
See,
do the suck-up thing.
Selectors said I were too old. But now I'm bowling faster than ever. And people said Bradman couldn't be stopped. But Bill bowled him out for a duck. And when we left, we were like a team going to slaughter. And now we got them on the run. And it was Skipper that showed us out. And we haven't come 12,000 miles to lose.
Look how good an actor he is right there
I
at
want to
that
keep
stand.
playing tests.
Oh, Hugo.
And I want to keep bowling leg theory.
Man,
So I want to win.
your broken legs there, eh?
Speak up. Does anyone feel differently?
As vice captain, I'm sure I speak for the team. Douglas, you have our full support.
Plum, perhaps you could use your good offices. Point out to the Australian board how we feel as a team. Get them to withdraw the word.
You know I'd do anything for the team.
Plum, if they don't withdraw the word, tell them that none of us will be on that train tomorrow.
Good idea. Thank you.
Good night, Douglas.
Oh, man. I was hoping that was going to go the other way. But history is history. I don't know the history. I'm learning about it right now. I understand it's you know, it's a series. I get that. Not everything can be facts. I think that, you know, I think they were scared to stand up to him. I really do. And Larwood made a great case. He really did. I don't think he believes it. Do not think he believes it. So today's video is kind of different because it's actually 4 minutes of one little part. I'm not going to do a reaction for 4 minutes. So it's going to be a little longer today. Usually I said about 20 minutes. Today it's going to be about 24 minutes of video. And we're going to see what happens. But I thought there'd be a few more parts left. You can tell that I don't do the most homework. I probably should. I should probably check before I speak, but I just don't. I'm a lazy person, I can admit it. at times. And so there's only one more after this. This is the second to last part. Now, last time I said that, I was way off, but I'm pretty accurate. I'm pretty sure I'm accurate this time. Gosh, that noggin shot gets me every time. Every time.
We'll have to go. The train leaves in 10 minutes.
Are we playing or not?
I'm not sure yet. Well, here's plan now.
I've spoken to the board. If they're sending a cable today, the word will be withdrawn.
Wow.
Well done, old chap.
What will be withdrawn? What will be withdrawn?
The Australian board have collapsed. They've retracted the word unsportsmanlike. Got it from Warner himself.
I've got some bad news, fellas. The board's withdrawn its accusations.
What?
They've reneged. They've withdrawn the word unsportsmanlike.
Bastards.
We're back to square one.
I'm sorry, fellas.
How could they be so stupid?
We got a kangaroo loose in the top paddock, that's how. So have we. Conned into going to Brisbane.
Why should we be target practice for that madman?
There's not a rule in the book to protect us.
Time we made our own rules.
We've been that route before. I'm saying this for the last time. We won't dignify Bodyline by retaliation.
Well, what's the alternative?
After all that's happened, after the board, the lords, even our own government have abandoned us, after this outrage to cricket, I reckon we're within our rights to resign.
You mean threaten to resign?
I mean, we don't walk out on that pitch tomorrow.
You sure about that, Bill?
Well, I can't let you walk out there after all the hits you've taken, not with Bertie lying in hospital with a cracked skull. There's no choice.
Yes, there is, Bill. There is a choice. Same choice that all the battlers have. To cop it sweet.
Stan's right. It's what built this country. Going out against all the odds and giving it your best. Our families came out here as convicts, settlers, with nowhere else to go. They didn't shrink from the impossible. They went to places where no bastard had been before. They forged a nation. That's what took them to the shores of Gallipoli. Somewhere out there, they taught us about courage, about loyalty to your mates, and about being Australian.
Bill, if we go out there, do our best and play it straight, we'll be the blokes who stood up against Bodyline. But if we don't go out on that pitch tomorrow, we're going to be remembered as the blokes who quit.
We're the only blokes who can do anything about Bodyline. The place to do it's out there on the pitch. I'd say we bat like we've never batted before.
Don's right. Let's give
Might
him
be
a
pride of the
run.
Cheesemo speaking, but
Rip into them.
he got to.
All right, fellas. For all the hits we've taken, for all us battlers, let's do it.
I'm speaking to you from Brisbane for the broadcast of the fourth test between England and Australia. England leads 2-1 in the series, and this match, therefore, could decide the Ashes.
Oh my
It's
God.
very hot and humid here in Brisbane. The temperature now is in the high 90s, and the forecast maximum is 106 degrees. It could be even hotter.
Jeez, come on. That's a high temperature to be stand out there battling, as they say.
Heat.
It is really going to test the mettle of both sides in this, the fourth match, in what is without doubt the most controversial test series ever. Should England win, they'll have taken an unbeatable lead in the best-of-5 series. For Australia, the situation is quite simple. No matter how hot it is, no matter what tactics are adopted by Jardine, they must win this match.
Chaps, no speeches. I know it's hot, but it's just as bad for the Australian batsmen. Good luck.
Same to you, Scott.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
You all right, Eddie?
Still sore.
Have you told Skipper?
Don't get dropped. If we're going to win Ashes, I want to be out there.
Ah, well, wouldn't worry about that. He'd make you play even if you lost an arm and leg.
He knows Jardine is ruthless. His university cap. He puts it on, and he probably knows that noise. And man, this guy loves to be hated. But at the same time, he loves to be loved.
This one's for Boone.
It's still kind of crazy to me in cricket that you have any part of the game where you don't have both teams fully out there. At all domestic sports that are big time here in the States, you have your full teams out there. Offense, defense. In cricket, you have your two batsmen, the rest of the guys hang out in the locker room and wait and see what's going to happen.
Since the Adelaide Test, the Australian crowds have really turned against Jardine and England. And now a hush as Woodfull about to take strike for the first ball of the fourth Test. The Ashes in the balance.
Ashes in the balance.
Larwood moving into bowl. And that's pulled away nicely by Woodfull, getting down towards the boundary. They're running quickly between wickets, looking for runs here if they can. They've taken the second, go take one on the throw. That's 3 off the first ball. Now Larwood to Richardson. Short and hooked by Richardson. Great shot. That's getting out towards the boundary. No leg side field at the moment, but that's going to be the first 4 of the innings. A good aggressive start by the Australian opening pair.
He's late on that one. And he still hit it, but he started moving that bat barrel down
Woodfull to take strike.
a little too late.
Next steered wide of the go. There'll be runs here. A chase for Painter. Painter not leaving all that freely. The ball might beat him here to the boundary. Painter, in fact, has fallen over, and that's 4 more to Australia.
Get to it, he tried.
What's wrong with you?
It's the heat, Mr. Jardine.
Forget the bloody heat. What's the ball?
Gosh. He comes out there to scold him. You know he's not 100%. You have to be completely daft not to.
Now Larwood to Richardson, and it's pulled through the onside field. Once again, that's a great stroke, and that takes Australia up to 50, and we haven't seen too many half-century opening stands in this series.
Seen your bowl faster?
Right. Wicket's as dead as a door now and getting no bounce.
Try harder.
Time to hit that body.
Not a good day for fast bowlers on
Been
this
too long.
decent-paced pitch. Jardine fielding in the gully, and Larwood to bowl to Richardson. He cuts, that's gone straight to Jardine, and he's dropped the catch.
Someone get
Jardine,
after him.
People put down a fairly simple chance.
Say it. Someone say it to him.
I'm a lucky bastard.
And now Jardine retaliates by calling in the onside field. It's going to be Bodyline. The crowd doesn't like
I'm
this.
not laughing because they're going to Bodyline. It's about time, right? But he scolds everyone else, gets on everyone else, then he drops it. Drops the Ashes. And he's like, all right, let's go.
A lot of good it did.
The hypocrisy.
Now Richardson is taking strike. Larwood starting to run in. Comes up past the umpire, he bowls, it's short, and Richardson struck a nasty blow on the midriff. And no doubt hear the crowd's reaction to that. This is a terrible scene here once again.
Irate. Bradman, do something about it. So smug.
Play to continue now after a delay of almost 5 minutes. And Larwood in a simmering atmosphere to run into bowl to Richardson. This one is short, he hooks a beautiful shot, and Wyatt in the leg flap had to duck for cover. It almost took his head off. A bold response by Richardson, and the fourth of that takes him on to 80.
Shot
Woodfull is 50. Australia at no wicket for 133. The
best opening stand of the series so far, and in this easy play,
133.
have the Australian batsman found the answer to Bodyline.
The Australian opening pair, Richardson and Woodfull, have taken the score well over the 100 mark. And here's a bowling change. The medium pacer Hammond are coming to the attack, with Richardson taking strike. Hammond bowled, Richardson forward, he's beaten, Davis whips the bails off and appeal for stuffing, and he's out. Richardson out for 83.
Your luck runs out. Yeah, but bastards never change.
Nice respawn, I love it. Bad shot to take there. Still got 83 there.
This must be the greatest chance
Excuse
of the
me,
whole
Prime
series.
Minister.
Bradman
You'll be
after
late.
a fine
Meeting.
opening stand. And as
Cancel.
usual, our Don gets a hero's welcome.
What would the crowd do if they got Bradman in the noggin? They would flip that thing upside down. You have absolute bedlam.
Bradman hooks, that's through the field. It's not perfectly timed, he might get 4. A chase there for Painter, but the ball will just win. A little surprising there, Bradman gets 4 of his first ball, but Painter looked very slow in the field there. He should have got that one. This could be 4 again, and Bradman batting now without a cap, a sure sign that he's growing in confidence.
Oh! Moving up on the pitch. Past the crease on a fast bowler.
That's through the field, and Bradman has gone up to 50, and Australia has reached 200 with a loss of only 1 wicket.
This is the first day I can remember when you haven't taken a wicket.
Ah, well, things would be a sight different if all the catches were held.
We all have to do better.
Why'd you stick up for him, Larwood?
Has
You know you're
we
regretting
haven't
it
seen much of him
instantly.
since Bradman came to the wickets, but Woodfull, as ever, playing a very
Have more
patient
wickets
innings.
of
He is
people
67
can
not
catch
out.
it. I love it.
Woodfull goes forward and he's beaten and he's bowled. Yes, he's out.
Take that,
Woodfull is out for
Jardine.
67, and Australia 2 for 200, and the new batsman will be McCabe.
One can argue that the trash talking by Jardine helped Larwood.
And this brings together Australia's 2 most aggressive batsmen.
A typical hook shot from McCabe that's getting out towards the boundary. A long chase again for Painter, but he won't get this one.
Painter?
Oh, notice something wrong, huh? First save, Australian only.
Painter has collapsed on the field. He must be affected by the heat.
Painter?
It's a scary sight right there. Very scary sight.
Put him under the shower. Cool him down. I need him back as quick as you can.
I need him back.
With the composition of England's team, Hammond called to a lot of bowling today, and he's coming in now to bowl to Bradman.
It's no good, mate. You've got a temperature.
No, it isn't.
Thermometer says 103.
That's normal for me.
Looks like tonsillitis.
It's just a
That's
sore
normal
throat.
for me.
Go to the hospital.
No, it won't.
Yes, you will, immediately. You get out the field.
What will Mr. Jardine say?
Never you mind about that. I'll handle Mr. Jardine.
He says that's my normal temperature.
Kent has gone where?
He's gone to the hospital.
On whose authority?
Mine. The boy's ill.
Good God, I need every man I can
Case
get.
you're interested in. Tonsillitis. He's out for the match.
Why didn't you tell me?
He wanted to play.
Australia were all out 340. That total a little disappointing after the very
Oh,
good
340,
start.
yeah, they were at
Richards
200 for
tops
one.
with 83.
Or
Bradman
1 for
made
200.
76 bowled by Larwood and Woodfall 67. In reply, a century stand for England by Jardine and Sutcliffe, and Jardine batting a long, long time for his 46. He's going very slowly indeed. And he plays forward, and it's got an edge. Has gone through the keeper love, and a field to put behind, and Jardine is out.
I love that guy. He's like he doesn't get stuff thrown at him.
Drawn into Hammond. Hammond gets forward to play this one. He's beaten and he's bowled. Yes, Hammond is out. Hammond is up for 20 and England are 2 for 157. Now can Australia fight their way back? Ashes deciding match. Sutcliffe out there now with White.
That was the highest scoring wicket.
Australia, Riley and Ironmonger
They're
doing
at
very well.
157.
White has thrown. He's beaten and
Now
White is
they're
out
losing
now.
wickets.
White out for 12 and England are 3 for 165.
3 wickets and 8 runs or
Riley
something
bowling
like that.
Sutcliffe here. Sutcliffe been there a long time for 86. He goes back, he's hit on the pads and the field the leg before. Could he be out? Yes, the umpire's finger goes up. And Sutcliffe is out for 86. England are 4 for 188. They're in real trouble here.
Wish me luck,
Don't
boys.
forget they're a batsman short. Eddie Taker in hospital. And England captain Jardine must be a very worried man.
Worried.
I must
Absolutely.
speak to him.
Is he serious?
Matron?
Eddie, we're in trouble. 4 for 196.
Riley bowling to Leyland. He skies this one in the air. Bradman takes the catch. And Leyland
Sorry,
is out.
skipper.
England
5 for 198.
4 wickets have gone for 41.
We're into the tail enders. I need a good batsman. Even a sick batsman.
Right.
This guy's crazy. You're willing to kill this guy?
Give me lucky charm.
We're watching O'Reilly come in now to bowl to Allen. O'Reilly comes up bowled. Allen plays forward, gets an edge and it goes behind to the keeper Love. Yes, an appeal and he's out behind. And the 6th wicket for England has fallen now for 216.
Oh, Ben wasted far.
Are you already drink this? Come on. Drink this. Just what the doctor ordered. Eddie,
Are you sure you're not
Good luck, Eddie. Good luck, old man.
Good luck, old lad.
All the best.
I hope nothing bad happens to this guy. This is extremely irresponsible. He's walking out with the champagne. I would have thought that was frowned upon. Obviously not.
You want a runner, Eddie?
No, thank you.
I hope nothing bad happens to him. But it's making me nervous once they're focusing on this. And he's not strong enough to say, sorry, Skip, I can't do it.
There's absolute silence here at the Brisbane ground as Eddie Painter, this brave little left-hander from Lancashire, gets ready to face the bowling of the spinner, Ironmonger.
Look at this pummy bastard.
And that's driven through the offside field. There'll be runs here to Painter. They've taken the first. Painter not running all that clearly, but he'll come back for a second run. And Painter has scored straight away for England.
Why is Painter playing?
Oh, we need him.
Oh, are you kidding me? There's no way. Oh, I guess it was 20 minutes. Man alive. Painter, I appreciate his moxie. I appreciate his determination. I appreciate his persistence to want to, contribute. But the man's crazy. I know tonsillitis is not like, a step away from death, but dehydration, the high heat out there, and the fact that he is already got a high fever, tonsillitis, all that kind of stuff. You don't go back out there and now you got a bat running around in the heat again after your body is I doubt his body even completely cooled down. He probably still has that fever. That's extremely irresponsible. Jardine, I mean, they're making this guy historically look horrible. Horrible. I know there's people in the world that have been worse than him, but man, they're just destroying him. I'm curious how accurate it was. So one comment said that the real Larwood was not happy with this documentary, that he said a lot of it was not accurate. So, I mean, you got to take that with a grain of salt, but they are destroying this character. He is completely selfish and completely obsessed with his mission. And someone else mentioned that, made a good point, that it was that old English dude that died that really kind of got in his head that you have to do this, and that was like his dying wish. And so that didn't help Jardine feel like he hasn't had a chance, but still, he's his own man, made these decisions. I think there's only 20 minutes left. I hope nothing happens to Painter. It's interesting how this was something that happened, and that I think from this it inspired the limit on bouncers per over and all that kind of stuff. But absolutely love that. Thanks so much for waiting as long as you have for me to get to another part of this. I appreciate you sticking around for every single one of these. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, adios.